what jobs pay more than $100,000 annually? This is a really good question, and I got some tips I want to share with you guys in a very specific manner. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Brando Linick, and when it comes down to 100K, 100,000 in a year, all right, making that, hitting that point, there's a lot of jobs you could do: plumbing, oil rigs, you could do electrician, starting your own business, and there's so many different paths and avenues. I'm going to be very specific because there's very few things you can do to make a six-figure income where you can have six figures annually and you can have a lot of time freedom, a lot of leisure, a lot of leverage, and you can enjoy that money at the same time. There's a lot of jobs where you're making six figures, but you're always on call. You're always working your tail off. You never have time for your family. The time you have for your family, you got to enjoy it to your fullest, and sometimes you can't because you're sick or you get called in, and it's really a hassle. So if you're looking at a job, or you're looking at making, not job-wise now, just making $100,000 a year, and you want to do it to have time freedom, leverage, the best tip I can give you is learn to build a business and do it through the internet, all right? I know a lot of people are thinking traditionally. Well, if you do traditionally, if you have employees, if you have a storefront, you're going to be so consumed with that, speaking from experience, and if you look around, people you know, most traditional business owners are very consumed unless they have franchises of franchises, and they've got lots of franchises and people to manage them, and they've hired their own CEOs. But typical average small business owners, they're working harder than their employees, and they don't really get to be at home as much as they want to. They have the money, but they don't get to be at home as much as they want to. The cool thing about internet-based business, this is the best tip I can throw your way, which is not necessarily a job, all right, but it's the best way to hit 10K that, or 100K a year that I've found, is you don't have the overhead of employees or a storefront. You don't even need to create your own products. You can start an internet-based business for a couple $100s as opposed to thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. And you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a salesperson. You don't have to bug your friends and family. That's the cool thing about the internet and the opportunities that we have as a global community right now in this generation, in this time frame. So I just wanted to emphasize that. I wanted to share those ideas with you. I know not necessarily a job. A lot of people are like, well, Brando, tell me a job. I just gave you a couple ideas: plumbing, electrician, starting your own business is doing that. You can hit 100K. But to have the time freedom and the money, and being your own boss, creating your own schedule, internet-based business is something I would throw your way and highly recommend, because it allowed me 2 years ago to quit my job, and I haven't worked a job since 2014 of September, and not average or typical results, didn't come easy, worked my butt off, and I knew I had to work my butt off because there's no employer to give me a check. I had to make my own check by putting in the work, but I was willing to do that and sacrifice that. So I appreciate you guys. I really hope this encourages you to go out there and take action, and it can just be so much more empowering when you learn to be your own boss. And it's the best way I can share with you to make 100K, because when you're your own boss, you have your own schedule, you have your own time, and you own it. So you don't have someone else telling you what to do and how to do it. So hope you enjoyed this. It's been fun. And if you want to learn more information about how I've done this and how you can do this too, using the same system I've been able to use on the internet, how to build a business online, if you guys are coachable, you're open-minded, you guys can always connect with me on my site. I'll put a link down below. It's 123marketingtips.com, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.